Okay, this video is going to be about why smart women marry early. Now, my grandmother got married at 17. She had an 8th grade education, but I really believe she could run circles around most women my age in terms of wisdom and knowledge. My opinion on college is not that positive. I kind of remember when she was alive. She passed away it was in 2012. It was like 2 weeks before Barack Obama got reelected, and Superstorm Sandy was going on at the time. I kind of think she wanted to go to college. She told me that when she was alive, and at the time it might have been a worthwhile experience. Of course, I can't recommend it now. I think college makes people dumber. But anyway, there's something to be said for women marrying early. I mean, most of human history, women always got married pretty early, pretty young, like between 16 and 20, 21. And I do not want anybody to think I'm a hypocrite, because I was not one of those women I was in my early 30s before I finally got married. Now, if you've seen that other video I made about being neurodivergent, I would be willing to put money on it. If I'd been neurotypical like my peers, I bet I would have gotten married at about 22 as well, because I wouldn't have had to deal with developmental stuff that would have gotten in the way. But anyway, women today are told that, I don't understand where this is coming from, but they're told that getting married early means throwing their life away. And I don't know what, I think that's a very hateful statement and judgmental. Women who get married early are throwing their life away? What? These same women, I'd like to see where they're going to be at one day when most of them are past the age of 35, and they're just now looking for a husband, and all their friends are married with kids, and they're looking at them like her, she's now going to be the fifth wheel. So funny how that story seems to end the same way. But a lot of women are told they need to focus on their career, or they need to focus on travel and finding themselves before they think about looking for a partner. And men are told a little bit a similar version, not quite. Men are told they need to hit the gym, or they need to self-improve, or they need to money max if they want to. And both these arguments are flawed, and they're wrong, and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, if a woman is 35 before she starts thinking about, okay, I got my career and settled and everything, and I've done all the traveling I want to and all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. Now I'm ready to look for a partner, and now she finds her dating pool is very diluted, and the guys that she might be dealing with now don't look like the guys she might have dated in high school. There's baggage, there's exes, there's guys with kids. Not saying any of those things, but she was probably expecting guys to look like they did in high school, fresh-faced and full of energy and no baggage, and a lot of life aspirations and all that they wanted to accomplish. And she probably wants to have kids, and it's harder too. So she's up against the biological clock. Let's not forget about that. So, and I tell you, that would have been unheard of where I'm from. If you grew up in one of the Bible Belt states, if you didn't get married by the time you were 25, you were shit out of luck. I mean, I don't know. This must be a West Coast, East Coast thing, this holding out till past the age of 30 or something. Because I have never gotten the impression that holding out was a good thing. It's risky, and yes, there are people that don't find true love until they're over 35. It is true. There are people like that. It's just one story about it, and you might get the impression that might be yours. But on the male side of things, men being told they got to do all this money maxing, gym maxing, blah, blah, blah. This is why that's wrong for them, because they are told that their value comes from material worth. They don't have value to give to a woman unless they have all these things, all these material accoutrements. So that line of thinking is wrong. This is why when men and women got together way back in the past, young, like in high school, they came into a marriage with nothing and they built something together. They didn't have to wonder if that other person had ulterior motives. They didn't have to wonder, is she with me only because I have a good job and all this stuff. I don't know how we got this whole thing flipped upside down and backwards with, you got to focus on yourself and your career and all this crap before you think of, no. You need to find the person early. High school and college are your best dating years. I'm sorry. I know there's going to be people that disagree with me, but it really is, because you're never going to be in a microcosm of so many people your own age with similar values and goals and values and dreams, aspirations in life as you are when you're that age. So yes, it is downhill after that. Sorry, unless you move to a big city, a lot of people your age and your friends are nearby. Yes, it's pretty much downhill from there. So I know you've probably heard some version of if you were like me once and you were past 25 and still single, you probably had, I don't know, people would say things like, oh, maybe, oh, you'll find somebody someday, or maybe, oh, God will tell you when you're supposed to meet somebody, or you've probably heard this one too, maybe it's just not your time. Did you ever hear that one? Well, why is it Becky Sue, who got married at 22, why was it her time and you've got you're stuck in limbo? You probably wonder about that kind of thing. So I don't know. I would take that stuff with a grain of salt, especially if it comes from people you don't know very well. But that's pretty much it. That's all I really wanted to say in this video about why it's smart to marry early. Because, I mean, especially when you hear about how when you get old and you have to deal with people with baggage. Everybody gets baggage as they get older. And it's just a normal thing. But clean slate when you're young. You don't have, a man and a woman, young, don't have much money. They built something together. That's been going on for most of human history. Nowadays, this whole finding yourself crap, I don't know. I mean, I would just ignore it. Don't pay any attention to it. It is not something that'll benefit you. And one more thing. Yes, there are women who held out for true love. They're 35, 40, or maybe even older. I have one cousin who didn't get married till she was about 42, and I guess she's I hope so. But she's only one in probably a minority. I think a lot of women who don't marry as early as their peers, I'm wondering, because they were focused on themselves, and they might find marriage either stifling or disappointing, or their expectations are just, I don't know. So this whole thing about having a full life, you should have a full life early with your partner, building something together, not wondering if the other person has ulterior motives because you have this long history together, okay? Don't listen to all this crap the media puts out about finding yourself, okay? Alrighty. Well, that's my ramble for today, and I'll talk to you guys another day. I'm out.